Hey guys, Gillyweed here with another cosplay interview, and I am joined by Pounce, who is cosplaying as Lumberjack Uther, obviously from Heroes of the Storm, one of the cool skins that you can get. So, hey, if you could just tell me a little bit about why you chose Lumberjack Uther, that would be amazing.
Oh, sure. The last couple years I've cosplayed as bigger characters, heavy armor, heavy shields, big props, and this year I decided, since I'd really like to come to BlizzCon and actually enjoy the convention, I thought, well, I should do something fun and easy that I can sit down and move around in and wear all day without wanting to keel over. So I was looking around, and Heroes has been big news for a long time, and they just came out with the technical alpha, and they had screenshots, and I was looking through, and I've always been a fan of the Paladin lore, big armor, big shields, that's my thing. And I looked and say, hey, check out that Lumberjack skin. That's I could wear that. I could do that. That's like clothes. So that was back in August, and it's just been a slow process with the cram session for the last 2 nights, because you never get anything done on time when you cosplay. But yeah, it's a fun costume. It's light. It's easy. People recognize it most of the time, and it's just been really fun, especially with all the hero stuff coming out at the con today. People are really excited. A couple of the developers have actually approached me and been like, yeah, Lumberjack Uther, and I was like, yeah, that's what
I think it's a favorite skin for a lot of people who play. And you said that you just got into the technical alpha. Are you looking forward to maybe getting that skin, or who are you looking forward to playing?
I'm definitely looking forward to playing Uther, because whenever I play any kind of online game, I always end up being sort of a tank or a healer, and Uther is a support class in Heroes, so I'll definitely be picking him up. He's only $5. This skin is only like $8, so it's a small investment. I'll definitely have the skin, but his master skin is really cool too. I think there's another Uther running around here with that skin if you could find him.
That'd be awesome. I could do like dual Uther interviews.
Well, you don't have to. You don't have to keep me around. His costume, I've seen his progress on Facebook. It's fantastic. It's the gems light up, the cast, and everything. But I haven't seen him yet, and I actually don't know his name. So, best of luck in finding him? Question mark? I don't know.
I'll go on the hunt. Okay. So this didn't take you very long. Was there any particular part that was the most difficult?
Yes, actually. The axe was the most difficult part of this, mostly because I was on a very limited budget. Long story short, I was in the hospital in January and have a lot of bills, so my cosplay budget was virtually nil. So this is actually, if you look at you can kind of see, but the base here, this is actually a square of craft foam, 3 layers, put together, and that makes it square. Now, weapon handles aren't square, they're usually very round. So what I ended up doing was wrapping it in Warbla, which is, are you familiar with Warbla? Okay, good. Okay, sorry, I don't know what your viewers will be, yeah. I wrapped it in a Warbla, and it was still rounded, so I took this, which is really just ribbon highlight, and just wrapped it around. So from any one angle, it looks kind of curved, but when it's dead on, you can kind of tell it's a little bit square, but it's not too bad. We have the 5-foot rule, where people take pictures from 5 feet back usually, so it passed the 5-foot test at home. And the axe head was, again, it's actually hollow, craft foam with Warbler and paint over it. And this is actually glow-in-the-dark paint. It's translucent, and during the day you can't really see it, but in the convention center, some of the darker parts, it actually lights up nicely. But, I mean, these are all just regular street clothes. This is just craft foam, simple shapes. The hardest part was definitely an axe, and I think I would have struggled with it a lot more, but I've built a couple of big props like shields and two-handed swords before, but I don't know. I'm pretty pleased with the way it came out, considering what I had to work with.
I love it, and I know that people, it was so easily recognizable as well.
Yeah,
so.
Except for the time, I got called, the first time anyone recognized my costume was I was coming down the convention way, and so it was, hey, get shorter, dwarfs aren't tall. And I said, well, this is going to be a rough day if nobody knows, but everyone else has been able to pick me out, so I'm pretty happy about that. I think that's one of the reasons when you cosplay, you may not have the best costume or the fanciest costume, but if people recognize you and they're like, hey, that's cool, to me, that's what it's all about, being a fan, expressing your fandom. Other people are like, wow, that's awesome. We like the same thing, and it's just a really great atmosphere here at the con for that.
Well, that sounds pretty amazing. I've been wanting to get into cosplay, and you are convincing me.
Well, it's actually, people see, these crazy costumes at the costume contest, you see some of the top-end stuff, and people get intimidated by that. Well, I can't do that. Well, you don't have to do that. Just do something like, there's got to be a couple dozen level 1, warriors or whatever's running around, and they're just easy, simple costumes, and it's a great way to have fun. And people take your picture, and that's always fun. And people interview for their the podcasts.
It's a YouTube video.
Oh, people interview for the YouTube videos, and that's always fun. It's just I just enjoy it because I like to I like the attention a little bit. I think that's true of most cosplayers, but it's just a good way for me to express my fandom. Because originally, my first BlizzCon, and if I'm waffling, tell me, but in my first BlizzCon was 2008, and I said, back then I lived in New York, and I said, well, I'm probably never going to go again, so I'm going to go all out. So I dressed up as a Death Knight, armor, shoulder pads, big swords, the whole thing, and it was great. And then I got back, and I was like, that was literally the most fun I've had in decades. So then I just started cosplaying every year, and then when I moved out here to California, and now it's much easier for me to get here. So it started as just like, you know what, I'm going to try it and see if I like it, and it just went from there. And my first costume wasn't really that great. It wasn't really as fancy or as technical as some of the ones you see. Like there's a mage walking around here with I think it's over there. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see, but I see blue lights, and I think that's him.
The cogs moving?
With the cogs moving, yeah. That's crazy, but your costume doesn't have to be like that. It's your expression of how you want to be a fan. And if you have the technical skills to do that, great. If not, do what you want.
I love that. Some good cosplay advice for all of you, like maybe future cosplayers as well.
It's fun. Try it.
Before we go, do you have any like social media or like YouTube channels we talked a little bit about where people maybe can come and see like your works in progress or just see you more?
Yes and no. My YouTube channel and stuff, I'm actually aspiring to be a professional gamer and entertainer, so they won't be able to see much of my cosplay stuff on there. I post pictures from the con and stuff there, but is it okay to plug myself? Okay, well, it's kind of, So that's, if you want to check out my stuff, play mostly strategy games, MMOs, not really what you would call super skilled, what you call one of those people that people watch because they're funny and not really that good at games. But if you want to check me out, you can find me at youtube.com/PouncevilleGaming or at PouncevilleGaming on Twitter or Facebook.com/PouncevilleGaming, and that's really it. I don't use a whole lot of social media yet. I'm not that famous, but maybe now I will be. Woo!
I hope so. You are fun.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for doing the interview with me.
My pleasure.
I really appreciate it. See you guys later. Bye.